one, I need to share something that's been on my mind, and I'm hoping to get some advice. I'm a 22-year-old woman, and my girlfriend is also 22. Recently, I've been going through a whirlwind of emotions and experiences that have left me feeling confused and anxious. Let me give you some context. I started going out clubbing when I was 21. I'm considered attractive, and men often approach me, but I've never let anything happen. I never had a boyfriend and had my very first kiss just 3 weeks ago. It only happened because I ended up at an after party, got blackout drunk, and this guy started hitting on me. I was so drunk I don't even remember how it really happened. I just know we made out for hours, and I regret it because that guy was a random person. I had always hoped my first kiss would be with someone I genuinely liked. It's taken some time, but I've made peace with it. If at my age I've never dated, it's because I have high standards when it comes to liking someone. It's really rare that someone's energy makes my heart beat. Anyway, yesterday I went to a party, and the guy I like was there too, but I didn't know until it was too late. For further context, I am attracted to I met him 3 months ago, and I know he's attracted to me too. I've told him about my lack of experience, and while he said he believes me, it still surprised him that a girl like me has never dated. Unfortunately, I haven't had many chances to see He has asked me out or invited me to join him on nights out, but I could never make it. We've only hung out 3 times with our friends, but there's definitely been a lot of tension between us. He even tried to kiss me once, but I wasn't ready. I wish my first kiss had been with him. Back to the story. Yesterday, I went to this club with my friend. We pre-drank, so we were really drunk and kept drinking. Guys started approaching me, and I ended up making out with 7 different guys. I wasn't forced, I was happily participating. I even made out with 2 guys at the same time. I was the one who told one of them to tell his friend to join us. That's how I ended up between 2 guys while they were groping me, and I liked it in that moment. All of this just happened because I got way too drunk. I would never have done anything like that if I hadn't been so intoxicated. At some point during the night, we saw he was in the VIP section, which has a perfect view of the rest of the club. He had just come downstairs to smoke a cigarette. He said hey to us and then left. Normally, he would have engaged in a conversation, but he didn't this time. I was too drunk to understand what was going on, so my friend and I kept cruising around. A mutual friend of ours and saw us and invited us to join them in the VIP. I sat down on the couch for a minute, and a while after that, I came back and sat next to me. He said something along the lines of, "I saw you had fun." I told him I was drunk and didn't know what I was doing. He just said, "I think you were just enjoying yourself." Drunk me started telling him, it just happened because I was drunk, and he said I'm a lost cause. I noticed he was also drunk. I had never seen him that drunk before. I got closer to him and hugged him. I know that's embarrassing, but I was literally so drunk. He told me he didn't want us to be that close. He grabbed my face and looked me in the eyes. Our faces were super close. I kissed him. He kissed me back, and we made out. I got on top of him, and it just got way too much. My friend had to come and tell me to stop. She separated us, and we just sat down next to each other again. It told me I am a liar. I told him my version of the story, and he said he didn't even care anymore. We started arguing a bit. Then he proposed we go outside to get some fresh air. I agreed. When we got outside, we encountered some guys, one of whom I had made out with earlier. That guy tried approaching me again, which almost led to a fight between him and After this scene, we somehow ended up in A's car. We started kissing again, and while he kissed and touched me, he started calling me a whore. He said I lied to him, and that I am just a big disappointment. Me being drunk and all over the place, I told him to shut up and kept kissing him. Then he stopped, pulled out his phone and a small tube, and started doing lines of coke. I knew he used drugs, but at that moment, I got offended that he paused the kissing to take lines. So I got pissed off and told him I wanted to go back inside. He grabbed me with a lot of force and kissed me. That turned me on like nothing ever before. I'll spare you the details, but I asked him to hit and punch me, and he did. He really hurt me, and I liked it. After maybe an hour of this, my friend called and came to pick me up. My makeup was completely ruined, my top and pants were a mess, and I had red marks everywhere. While I liked it in that moment, and it's something that turns me on, I can't help but feel weird and embarrassed. He texted me some hours ago, saying he's sorry for the words he used, but that he lost any trust he had in me. He said he wants to meet up because he wants me but sees me with different eyes now. I don't know what to think. I was so drunk and regret everything I did yesterday. I have crazy anxiety and feel embarrassed. I don't know what's my fault or not. I don't know if I deserve the harsh words he told me. I'm sad because I lost it. He now only sees me as a hookup, and I genuinely felt a connection to him. I am sad our first kiss happened the way it did. I'm embarrassed that I let him talk to me like that. I'm embarrassed that I told him I like getting hit. I'm embarrassed that he knows I am kinky. It all shouldn't have happened this way. I want to see him again tonight, but I fear it might be a bad choice. After all that happened, I am so confused. How can I make everything okay again? How do I reset all of this? How can I make sure this never happens again? I fear that my first kiss happening has opened the gate for promiscuous behavior. Sorry if this is all over the place, but I haven't gotten much sleep and am still hungover. Any advice or perspective would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for taking the time to read this.
Story 2.
My husband makes an effort to assist everyone except me. Maybe I'm being selfish. Ike, please help me out. My 33 husband will go hours out of his way to help his family and friends, but when it comes to me, his wife, 32, and his 2 sons, we get nothing. For example, just the past month he has gone to Kansas with his grandpa to help him rebuild a church 7 hours away. Helped his other grandpa build a tower and fix an automatic gate. His mom and dad various different things. He helped his friends who live an hour away install an air conditioner in their house. His best friend stayed at our place most of last week, and they played video games the entire time. When I asked him to renew our business license in town or order a cake for the boys' party last Saturday, he didn't do it. So now, I have to take time off work today to get it done, and their party has been moved to this Saturday. He knew the only time my family could come to their party was last Saturday, because they have vacation planned the next 2 weeks. For context, I'm the only one with a 9 to 5 MF job. We live in a small town where everything is closed on the weekend. He works the business, which may only be 10 hours to 20 hours a week. The business is making enough for the business bills. Sometimes his family or friends will pay him for the work he does. We have been married for 6 years. This has been going on for a while. He puts his family and friends before me and the kids, and I have to figure out with my job how to get things done that need to be done for the household. Please don't get me wrong, I love that he knows how to do all these things and that he helps out his family and friends. But why can't I get some help from him for the little things? Comments. My ex-husband was just like that. Would do anything for neighbors or strangers because he lived for the praise he got. Oh, you are so great, so wonderful. He wouldn't go out of his way for the kids or I. He had us, so he never felt he needed to win us. We always watched him trying to win others, to fill his unfillable need of praise. There's no colder place to be when you are watching the sunshine on everyone else but you. Dull Geologist 8204. My grandmother told me she never loved my grandfather, and I couldn't figure out why for a long time. I mean, he was the sweetest man in the world that was always there for everyone. Then I married my ex-husband, and I was like, oh, I get it now. At least with my grandfather, he was there for the kids, but I think it actually makes it worse. I didn't even mind him doing things for other people. I just got tired of being the bad guy because I was the only one capable of saying no, and I was tired of all the users he brought around us. It was the same for my grandmother. Grandpa always get to be the good guy everyone loved, and she was the big meanie. ETW, as much as I love my grandfather, as he was awesome to me, I also adore my grandmother. Actually, the straw that broke the camel's back when I got divorced was when she started struggling with Alzheimer's IW auntie to go take care of her, and my ex-husband threw a temper tantrum about it. I literally left my husband for my grandmother. Final Macaron 4014. Maybe you should praise him more, nag less, and not put him on blast. Have you tried making him a list and telling him you need these things done? Men don't function or remember things the way women do. Implying you want something done by a certain time for a certain reason is not the same as asking it plainly or writing it down on a to list. You also never said if he pays 100% of the household bills or if you share the responsibility. If you look at his money, it is our money and your money is your money. You don't have the right to ask for anything in taking care of the home as he is providing the home. General management of the home will fall to you. Sorry, but that's most masculine male's point of view. And you definitely picked a masculine traditional man to marry. Otherwise, he wouldn't know how to fix anything. OOP. I pay all the bills, the house is in my name because he didn't have the credit to get one. I don't think it's nagging asking him to do two things, and there was no implying. I asked, can you do this because I have to work and can't? I would love to share the responsibility instead of doing it all myself. This isn't a one-time issue, this has been going on for a while, and I asked Reddit because I don't know what to do anymore. I was a staff sergeant in the army. I don't imply when I need something done. I ask when I need help. I look at my money as our money, he looks at his money as his. He sometimes gets paid for helping others. Update 1. I don't know if this will get to the people who commented on my first post, but I hope it does. First off, thank you everyone that commented. An overwhelming lot of you said to divorce him or seek counseling. Well, now something very strange has happened. I came home for lunch yesterday from work and the entire house was clean. Dishes done, laundry done, floors swept and mopped, you name it, and it was done. He even made dinner that night. I have no idea the who, what, when, where, or why of it. He doesn't have Reddit, so I don't think he saw the post. He didn't apologize for anything. Just told me he loved me and was happy to see my face when I saw the house. This is the first time ever in our marriage that he has done something like this. I suspect maybe he got my phone and saw the notifications from Reddit. But I don't know when he could have done that. I don't know what to make of this, but I'm over the moon happy right now. I usually only have time to really clean on Saturday, and with a house of 2 boys, you can imagine how messy that can get. Thank you everyone for your advice. I'm going to watch and see what happens for now. Maybe he's changed miraculously overnight. Or maybe he did find the original post. I have no idea. And yes, for those who commented that I don't give him praise, I definitely gave him praise for this, and no, I didn't ask him to clean the house. He did this one all his own. Thank you again to everyone.